Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are around the world. This is your host, Nishka, tonight, and I'm joined by a man who probably thinks he should be out on the grid tonight, but unfortunately serving a race ban. So he's joining us in the comms box and will give us some great info on the Div 5 guys. Aardvark, how are you tonight, mate?
I am excited to do comms tonight. Unfortunately, I am race banned from Monza, my home track, but you know, at least I get to contribute somewhere else. So tonight I will be in the comms box with Nishka.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I know this was a big one on your calendar. You were kind of looking forward to this one, so yeah, pretty disappointing for you to miss this one, mate. But we should be in for some fantastic action tonight. But before we go down to the track, we're going to go over team of the week. We have the TP for the team of the week this week, and it's no other than the Williams team this week. Dito, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good mate. How are you?
Yeah, fantastic, mate. Absolutely fantastic week last week. You must be super proud of the boys. 168 points last week. Fantastic effort. Yeah, just give us a bit of run through, mate. Sort of how the week played out for you, and yeah, so obviously some highlights. There was a highlight for me was your burrito 1-2. That was a fantastic performance. But yeah, if you can give us an insight from you, mate.
Yeah, mate. I mean, I don't think we did too much different last week than we normally do. We practiced a lot. I think the difference was last week, just a bit of luck went our way. The few of the results stacked up. And yeah, it was really great. I didn't expect that much points. Obviously, with Div 1 struggling and obviously a few other races, we didn't get the best of results. But yeah, just few race wins, mate, double podiums, and yeah, the boys really dug deep, and yeah, it was our most points we've scored in a week since the start of the season. Definitely needed it, and it bridged that gap back to the guys ahead, and yeah, sort of took a little bit of pressure off us moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Off a big performance like that, does that sort of give you now the confidence to take this team into the back end of this season and really start trying to do some damage in the overalls, mate?
Yeah, mate. Like I said before, I would love to just sort of get in that mid pack again and sort of mess around in there a bit, but keep the expectations a bit low and just have a bit of fun and see where we can go. I'm happy where we are at the moment. We're moving forward at the moment every week, so it's only a matter of time before everything clicks and we end up, you know, not so far down. But at the end of the day, man, we've done really well to get back into the fight from where we started at the start of the season. So yeah, it's looking up, mate. I couldn't be happier for the boys.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, Dito. It's a fantastic week. I'll hand you over to Aardvark now, mate, as I've just crossed down live to the track as we've got a few cars sort of coming out onto the track. But I'll pass you over to Aardvark for a few more questions, mate.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Thank you.
Uh, 168 points this week. Yes, that's what you guys got this week.
Yeah, mate. Correct.
How? Yeah. Oh God. Um. Yeah. Do you reckon you could replicate that again? Maybe even improve on it this week?
I'd love to, man. It's it's a big number. We've had a tough start. We had a decent Div 1 for a change. We got 2 cars on the grid, which was the start. As we know how hard it is to get cars on the grid for Div 1, we managed to this week. Got a decent result, double top 10. So that should help. Div 2 and 4, we had some unlucky results there, but we'll see how we go tonight, mate. We've obviously got Div 5 and 6 and 3 still to go. So we'll see, mate. I'm always looking forward and hoping, but yeah, that's a big number. I would hate to set that target for the boys each week because that's a huge result. But anything, if we could get double top 10s across the board, mate, that'd be great. But we'll see. No pressure. Hopefully they have some fun tonight. Looks like it's dry, so it takes a little bit of pressure off. But who knows? It's full quality, so wait and see.
Yeah, definitely. What's your bet on your strongest div this week?
I think I'd love to say all 5, 6, and 3. I know how much practice the Div 6 boys are doing, and also the Div 3 guys. So I think they will be looking to be trying to get a big result in. At the same time, though, it really depends on the luck. We know how Monza can go. Turn 1 can really cause some issues. So we saw last night some chaos, and it doesn't take much just to lose a wing and your race is over around here. So I just want to fingers crossed we can all get through this weekend. It's a tough one, but I'm thinking at the moment probably Div 3 and 6 still. But yeah, mate, I'd love to say all of them, but we'll wait and see what the luck has in store for us.
Yeah, definitely. Are you hoping that you can pull to that top spot before the end of the season? There's how many rounds do we have left? We have 7 rounds left. Do you reckon you could pull to the top of the table by then?
Oh, I mean, that's a huge jump from where we are and where we started. I'd love to say yes. Realistically, though, mate, I just want to get somewhere in that mid pack. And like I said at the start in the season, maybe a P5 would be cool in the overalls, just from where we started. You can't help the luck we had at the start with the results and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, you never know what could happen, mate. It's still a fair way to go. Still some crazy tracks coming up. So, yeah, man, the sky's the limit, really.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's all I have to ask. Unfortunately, not the best of questions, but yeah.
That race. Thanks for having me, boys, and enjoy the race.
Yeah, thanks for jumping in, Dito. We just seen Deadly come across the line doing a 1:20.0. We'll let you get back to the boys and engineer them. So good luck for tonight, mate. We see Jackal, he's retired in the pits there with that quali ban. Jackal, if you're around, mate, if you can jump in, we'll do a little bit of an interview with you as we get through this first session of qualifying in Division 5. We see a few guys out on track now. NDMV setting a very good time there in Q1 of an 18.8, 1 second faster than anybody else who's set a time at the moment, and he's retired. He's happy with that. So we won't see him anymore in this session. We've still got a few guys that are still sitting in the pits, haven't decided to come out yet. We've seen It's Your Boy. He's been struggling with some connection issues. I don't know if we've got him back in yet, Aardvark. Maybe try get
Yes,
him
I
in.
did. I've sent him. I think this was the 3rd invite. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. Who else we got? We got Quiet Cake on a bit of a lap, I think. Maybe, or maybe not. He doesn't have. Oh, he's on hard tyres actually, and he's just driving around full battery, so he's not on a lap. Who else could possibly be on a lap here? We got Flying Kiwi. Looks like he might be on starting a lap actually. We'll jump on board with him, Aardvark, if you want to take this one away.
Yeah. I can just grab onto him. Alright, so now he's heading over past the first chicane. He's about to head into the second chicane. Already used up a lot of his battery on the main and second straight going into this chicane. Really nice, hitting over those curves, getting onto the exit curve very nicely. Heading into Lesmos now. Down to 5th, back on the throttle, not using battery through this section. This is crucial. Down to 4th here. Now he's going to jump all the way back up to 8th, turn on the battery and the DRS. Now he's up into 8th, he's going to go under this bridge here, and then he's going to head into the scurry here, down to 4th, and he's going to head around these corners, a bit wide there, and a bit of a okay exit, but he uses the rest of his battery down this back straight, so now he's up to 8th gear, he's really using up all of it. Into Parabolica he goes down to 5th gear, he's making it around this corner, turning on the battery, going to the line. Oh, it's a bit unstable there, and he crosses the line as a 122. A 120.2.
Yeah, 120.2. There's a lot of guys sort of around that same sort of mark there. We see Datura's out there on a bit of a lap at the moment. We'll just stick with him at the moment. Yeah, Jackal, if you want to jump in, mate, for an interview, if you're around, if you can hear us, mate, we'll give you a bit of an interview, a bit of airtime with 9 minutes still to go in quali. But Datura here, he's been one that's sort of come into this division, Aardvark. He's been super competitive. What are you sort of expecting to see out of him tonight, mate?
From his recent competitiveness, I could definitely see him on the podium. He definitely has a sprint pace. Feature race, he definitely has some pace, but his pace is usually always in the sprint. Regardless, he is really good. He's a good driver. He has some pace, and he's about to head on to his flyer. So he's gonna go again after invalidating his last lap, I believe.
All right, we'll do an onboard with him then. I'll take this one away. So he's down into the first corner. Out of the second corner, good exit there. 80% battery. He's going to burn that down. Where's he going to stop that at? Looks like he's burning it past that 60%, down to 50. Up to 8th gear. Coming down to this tricky chicane. Gets out to the right hand side of the track. Tucks it in nicely. Runs a little bit wide there on the exit. Gets back on that battery. Is that going to cost him a little bit of time there, Aardvark? I'm not too sure. He looked a little bit messy. Looks much better here through Lasmos. Back on the power. Gets that DRS wide open. Only to 40% battery, so he's not going to use much battery down this straight here. Saving it for this last little sector before Parabolica. Comes through Ascari here, down into 5th. Back on that power, nicely done. Not burning any battery again, so maybe he's abandoned that lap there, Aardvark.
Yeah, it looks like he might have abandoned the lap because he has in fact invalidated his lap, so he's going to head into the pits as he has no more fuel left. He will need to refuel, put on a new set of tyres, and hopefully go again.
Yeah, as we see Jatuzzi coming down to the line there now, doing a 1:19.8. We see Gov on a 1:19.7, so that's a good lap from him. Dutch on those mediums, 19.5. That's a fantastic lap on the mediums. Seeing a couple of guys now starting to put some decent times in as we get a bit later in this session. Yeah, interesting one. I don't think we're going to see Jackal. It doesn't look like he's jumping in for an interview. I believe Aardvark. I don't think he's in the comms box, is he?
No, I don't see him in here, unfortunately.
That's a shame, but we move on. We'll probably have some of the eliminated drivers in Q2. They'll probably jump in for some interviews, so we'll have some insight from some of those guys. As we see, T Salmons, I believe, is on a bit of a lap in the Red Bull. We haven't seen too much of this guy, Aardvark.
Yeah, definitely a fresh face in both Div 5 and the league itself. He is heading down from Lesmos, and he's going to head into Ascaric now. Up through 8th gear, all the way down to 5th, cutting that curb as much as possible, and he's invalidated, unfortunately. Very unfortunate. He had the fastest second sector, so that's very unfortunate to see.
Yeah, I think his other Red Bull teammate, I think he's, I don't know if he's on a lap or whether he's just coming back around, but he's just finished a lap and he's done a 1:19.6. So fantastic from China there, putting himself up into P3. We have a Haas out on track. I believe he's Shub Kumar. He's got 5% battery, so not too sure what's happening here. Why he's only got 5% battery at that stage of the lap. He's going to be struggling at the back end, I believe, if he's on a lap. Or he might just be trying to get around to the pits quick so he can go again. Who else we got? Anybody else you can see there? Paul in Hell, is he on a lap? Looks like he is. We'll see what time he can produce. The Div 6 driver reserving up tonight for the Aston Martin team to be teammates with Datura or Rack Lobster. Burning his battery down to the line, and he's going to set 1:20.041. So that's a pretty good lap there from the Div 6.
Yeah, definitely a 120.4, setting himself right in the midfield of Div 5. That's quite good for his first time up here, or whatever time it is up here. But yeah, definitely a good lap from him. Trying to push himself straight into Q2, and then hopefully with that lap he'll get himself into Q3.
Yeah, we see Donut Gorilla. He's just ducked in the pits there. He's done a 19.7, the race winner from last week, and your teammate actually, mate. So yeah, he's done a pretty good lap there. I think he'll be pretty happy with that. Yeah, what sort of time are you looking at here, Aardvark, to be safe? Do you think, mate?
I definitely think it would be something like a high 19 or a 120 to keep you safe in this part of qualifying. Obviously, we have Jackal, who is out of qualifying due to a quali ban. So I think a 120 low or a 119 high would suffice.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're probably going to have to be almost pushing towards that 119. I think. Yeah, who knows? I think most of these guys, sort of from P8 to P9 down, will probably be looking to go for another lap here to make sure they're safe. I think, mate. So we're going to probably see a bit of action towards the end of this. Shud Kamar goes. He's happy with his 19.8, so he's going to retire. So yeah, obviously feeling confident with that. Same with Donut Gorilla. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how much this track can ramp up. We have where did Tatura go there? He's only managed to go to P9 with a 120.02, so he could be in a little bit of trouble now, Aardvark, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. A 120 flat is definitely scary especially when from 15th all the way up to 9th, it is only a separation of 3/10, and with track evolution, that could definitely be a different story. Obviously, you have Jackal out, and of course I'm out, so that means only 3 people are going to be eliminated. So you only have to watch out for 3 other people. Whether you can get out of that bottom 3 is the next question. So if they can, good on them. They get the move on to Q2.
Yeah, absolutely. As we've seen, T Salmons, he actually ended up doing another lap after he validated that one, and he's put himself in P3 now. So that's a great lap from him on his debut, I believe. And we're on board right now with Jatuzi. Take us away for the rest of these 2 sectors on this lap, Aardvark.
Yeah, definitely. He's heading through the Lesmos corners now and heading down this straight, which will put him through into Ascari. He's turning on the DRS. The battery is burning away. He's using a lot of battery now, turning it off around the 35% mark, down to 6th, up to 5th, and he's invalidated. Oh, this is very unfortunate, but luckily he is very much safe in 8th position.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. That's a bit unfortunate for him. As we see Deadly's coming out on an outlap. We see quite a few of these guys coming out on outlaps now. Yeah, pretty much everybody sort of from P9 down. I don't think we'll see Datura again. I don't think he'll have time to come back out. So he's going to be praying there in P9 that these guys don't start going quicker. Paul and Hell, he's still in the pits. I don't know if he'll be able to get around there. Aardvark, he's left that super late. What's your thoughts on that one?
It seems that he thinks he might be safe enough, but he has exited the pits now. Whether he'll make it around is the next question. He has a lot of work to do, and he does have a Sauber coming up to the back of him, so he's going to have to get out of the way for that Sauber.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. He'll have to get out of the way, but we're going to jump on board here with Moe Nabs as he's on a lap now and he is in that drop zone. So can he get himself out of there, Aardvark, the Ferrari? Oh, he looks like he's ran a bit wide there and he's invalidated. So that's Moe Nabs gone. He's in trouble there. Yeah, real unfortunate.
Moe Nabs can still get around in time. The question is, does he have the battery? Does he have the tyres to still set another lap?
Yeah, it's going to be a big ask. Yeah, I don't think he'll be able to do that, but we'll stay on board here with It's Your Boy, CJ. He is now coming up to Ascari. He's on a lap. He needs to try and get himself out of that bottom 5. Can he do it? The kick Sauber comes onto this next DRS straight. Is he going to pick up a little bit of a toe there? He doesn't really use it that much. He's going to come down into Parabolica. He's going to drop it down into 6th. Into 5th even. He's really throwing the car in there. Battery back on. Plenty to burn to the line. Can he get it done? Can he get himself out of that bottom 5? No, he can't. Oh, that's real unfortunate. Shaz is God. He's the next one that could get himself out of that bottom pack. He's now coming up to Ascari.
He is up 2/10 coming out of Ascari. I mean, not out of Ascari, coming out of Lesmos as he heads into Ascari. And he's up 6/10 already. Can he get himself out of the bottom and into Q2? He's pushing really hard. He's got 40% battery for this back straight here as he goes down into Parabolica. He has 20% battery to push to the line as soon as he exits Parabolica, throwing the car in, down to 6th gear. And he's going to use the battery to the line, a bit late on the throttle there. He's going to straighten the car out, get as much top speed as he can. He's set to 123, and unfortunately he is out.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be all she wrote for the qualifying aardvark. Really unfortunate there for Shaz, just missing out, but he's going to be in P16. It's your boy CJ going to be P17, Moe Nabs P18, and Jackal with the polyban. He's going to be starting from P19. Yeah, Symphonic Flying Kiwi. They were breathing a sigh of release, and they'll probably need to show a little bit more in the Q2 aardvark.
Yeah, definitely. If they don't, they will be in big trouble. So, for Q1, we have NDNV taking the top spot, Jatuzi taking second, Deadly Fuller taking third, Dutch Verstappen taking fourth, Quiet Cake with fifth, TS Emmons in sixth, China in seventh, Governor in eighth, Donut Gorilla in ninth, Shub Kumar in 10th, Iraq Lobster in 11th, BSE Full in Hell in 12th, Min-May in 13th, Flying Kiwi in 14th, and Symphonic in 15th. Unfortunately, our eliminated today are Shaz, It's Your Boy CJ, Moe Nabs, and Jackal. So, if you would like, please join the comms box and we'll interview you.
Yeah, fantastic qualifying there, Aardvark. Just having a little bit of trouble with my phone, with my Twitch at the moment, trying to get. I did see DY in there asking for the for the predictions and stuff. I'm having a little bit of difficulty with my phone at the moment. I apologise, mate. If there's any other mods around, if you could help us out with a couple of predictions, that'd be much appreciated. I know Keeper, you are able to do those if you are watching. I can see you've been in the stream there, mate. So if you can, that'd be fantastic, mate. But back to the racing. We'll quickly just scroll through the results there, and yeah, really unfortunate. Chaz, Moe, it's your boy. If you want to jump in the comms box, we can do an interview. If not, all good. But yeah, it'd be great to get some of you boys in here. And also Jackal, you can still jump in as well, mate, if you wanted to. Have we got anybody in yet, Arbut?
No, not yet. No one's joined yet.
Oh. Well, it still looks pretty sunny, Aardvark at Monza. We should be in for another
Yes,
good
indeed.
qualifying here. One thing I've maybe noticed just a little bit here, Aardvark, in the times when I've been practicing. We know tyre wear, it's massive here. When there's a little bit of cloud cover here and the sun's not out shining as bright, I feel like the tyre wear is not quite as bad. I don't know how much practice you've done here, mate, but I think with that little bit cooler temperature, it makes that one stop a little bit easier. So it's going to be interesting to see what sort of conditions we get. If it's those bright sunny conditions that we're used to here, it makes it very difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. The sun will burn those tires out. The Italian sun is very, very rough on those tires. The softer compounds used for Monza, unfortunately not exactly realistic to the actual F1, but the game has used softer compounds, so you will either be forced onto that two-stop, or will you let your tires run absolutely dead to change them onto a fresh set of hards or mediums if you start on the hards to run that one stop? That's the biggest question for tonight's race.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it, Aardvark? Whether to start on the hards or the mediums, or just some guys that might think it's not even viable at all to go for a one stop at all. So yeah, it's definitely interesting to see. Yeah, it's something that we'll definitely look at the start of the race. We've seen quite a few guys going out early here. Be interesting to see if they're on their older scrub tyres or whether they're on the fresh set. But yeah, be interesting to see what sort of times some of these guys can do. We've seen Dutch was very quick on those mediums early on, What sort of time we're going to see him set once he starts jumping onto the softs. Also, we've seen NDMV. He came out quite early. He set a fantastic time, and I actually believe he's already on a lap, Aardvark. So do you want to take this one away? We'll see how he gets a lap done.
Yeah, and DNV, yeah?
Yeah, NDMV, mate.
Yeah, so he's just come out of the first chicane. He's going to head down into the second chicane using a bit of battery, but not too much. Obviously, you got to save your battery around here. It is very crucial because you can absolutely ruin your own lap and race with not enough battery. So he's going to head down into the first corner of Lesmos. He is at 60% battery, up to 6th, up to 7th, down to 5th. Back up through the gears. He's going to activate that DRS. He's going to burn the ERS. He's up into 8th gear. He's heading under the bridge now. Now he's going to head into Ascari. Hard braking zone down to 5th. Back up on the throttle. Into 6th. Battery on. Through to 7th. Now he's going to head down this back straight up to 8th. Battery draining. He's going to turn it off at 15%. He's still in 8th gear. He's heading into Parabolica. A braking zone, hitting the apex, back on the throttle, through to 6th. Now he's going to use that battery to the line. He's going to straighten out the car, back up to 8th, and then he might just turn on the DRS there. And he gets across the line at 19.3. So a good lap from him so far, first in the session.
Yeah, not a bad lap from him so far. I think this guy here, he's been a fantastic story this season, Aardvark. We seen at Baku, it was absolute horror show for him. Probably copped a bit of heat. It was probably a bit too much maybe in the end, and he's done his dues, and he's come back, and wow, since this guy's come back, he's been a complete different driver. He's been absolutely fantastic, and I'm keen to see how this guy keeps progressing. As we keep going through, we got Deadly Fella coming up to the line. He sets to 124. So I think a lot of these guys will be coming out on their scrub set. So that could be a really impressive time, because I'll probably, that's a bit slower than he set in the first session. But if that's on scrubs, that's a fantastic time there, Aardvark.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone will be looking for a set of scrub tires kind of lap so that they can save 2 sets for Q3. Go out for 1 or 2 or 3 runs on those new sets. So yeah, definitely.
Yes, we haven't seen much of Minmay yet tonight, but we'll jump on board here with Minmay down to the line, and we'll see how he's going. He's burning his battery. Let's see where he can put himself. Up into P5, so great lap there from Minmay, 19.9. That's really good. We got Flying Kiwis on a lap, mate. He's sort of coming down now to Parabolica. Battery on, 20%. Yeah, Flying Kiwi, lucky to get through in that Q1, but what can he do here, Aardvark?
Yeah, definitely. He's going to push it to the line now. And he puts it 10th with a 120.6, slightly behind T.S. Emmons and the 2 Willies.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. That's a great lap from him. As we got a prediction in the channel, mate. I can't actually read that from my screen. Can you let us know what that prediction is, mate? And
Yeah, so it is what time will make the cut to Q3 for the top 10.
yeah, so get
Will
your
it be
predictions
the
in.
high 19s, the mid 19s, or the low 19s?
Ooh, low 19s, mid 19s, or high 19s. I'm gonna say low 19s. You're gonna have to be hitting the low 19s, I think, to get through top 10 here, Aardvark. But get your predictions in. What about yourself, Aardvark? What do you reckon?
I think I'm going to go with the mid 19s, to be honest. I think this is where kind of Div 5 sits for the most part, and then the top members of Div 5 will be pushing those low 19s. So, but we will see when it comes to the end of Q2.
Yeah, fantastic. I think this is going to be a super tight qualifying here in the middle here. Getting into this top 10 is going to be super competitive. We got looks like Iraq Lobster's on a bit of a lap here. Not too many other cars on track. I know we got Dutch on track. I think he's on a lap as well. So we might stick with Dutch just for now. We've seen him set a fast time on those mediums in Q1. Let's see what he can do on the softs as he sort of comes up now to Ascari. Once Dutch comes across the line, we'll switch back to Tura, and we'll see what Tura does as well. But it's looking very tidy so far from the Mercedes driver. I think Vettel, the TP, he'd be super happy with Dutch's season so far, leading the championship. And I expect big things from him tonight. Down to 10% battery, down to Parabolica. Back on that battery, burning it out. Up from 5th gear, all the way to the line. And Dutch is going to go P1 at the moment with a 19.3. So great lap from Dutch. As Datura, he's coming up to Parabolica now, takes us away to the line. Aardvark.
Yeah, definitely. Where is Datura? He's disappeared on my screen.
Iraq Lobster.
Oh, Iraq Lobster. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, now he's heading down the main straight, and he has set a 120.8. So he'll be heading in for his in-lap now, as we have Shub Kamar, T.S. Emmons, Quiet Cake, and we have Donut Gorilla currently on a lap at the moment. So he's heading... Oh, not a good exit out of the second chicane. That was... Yeah. Bumping over those curbs all right. Unfortunately, he's invalidated, so he's going to have to go back around again.
Yeah, that's super unlucky for him. Yeah, I think there's not too many other guys really on a lap now. We're seeing Shub Kamar. He's been impressive tonight so far, Vuk. We haven't seen too much from Shub Kamar so far this season, but maybe he's found a track that's more to his liking, and he's showing a bit of pace tonight, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Monza can be that kind of track that gives those other drivers a bit more of a standard advantage. The track is very easy to learn, except for those chicanes. They are quite hard to learn, but when you get them right, they are very easy to do, and you can really easily pick up lap time, and I'm guessing that's what he's done. He's put in the practice, and he's gonna go for another lap now, I believe.
He's starting his lap now, mate. He had the full battery, come down to the line, and he started burning down that straight. One guy that is on a lap, I believe, is Quiet Cake. He's just coming through Ascari, so we'll go with him up to the line, and then we'll come back with Shub Kabar. We'll finish his lap with a bit of an onboard, and I'll jump on board with him. But we see Quiet Cake coming down into Parabolica, 20% battery, back on that power straight away. 6th gear, 7th gear. 5% battery, burning down to the line. Quiet Cake puts himself into P7 with a 120.2. Do you think that's going to be enough to see someone through?
Yeah, I definitely think we could see someone through with the 120s. The 120s are still very relevant at the moment. But obviously, as the track starts to ramp up in the final minutes of qualifying, we will see the lap times drop drastically. So it is only a matter of time until we see that.
We just seen Shub Kamar go purple through Sector 2, so this could be a fantastic lap that he's on here. He's going to burn his battery down to the line. Is he? No, he's going to go into the pits, so something must have gone wrong there after Sector 2. Yeah, so he's going to duck in.
Yeah, definitely. He was down a 10.5 going into Parabolica, which was quite unfortunate for him. So he will be looking to maybe put on a new set of tyres and go around again. He's retired.
Yeah, he's retired, mate. So he's happy with his time. Everyone else, I think, probably going to be... I think Quiet Cake's just trying to get back around to the pits. I don't think he's going on a lap, even though he's burning battery. Donut Gorilla, I believe he's not on a lap either. He's just cruising around, probably trying to get back to the pits as well. So yeah, we're probably just gonna see these guys just a bit of a quiet patch now until those last couple of minutes when everyone's coming out and trying to get themselves into this final 10.
Yeah, definitely. When it comes down to the last 2-3 minutes for the session, we will see a bunch of cars frantically trying to get out of the pits. hopefully, as I really want to see these lap times improve. So yeah, we will see what times people are setting, and yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's going to be super interesting now, Aardvark. This is probably one driver that we're on board with right now. The McLaren driver, Chituzzi, obviously his TP reserving up tonight with a quali ban starting in P19. This is one guy that's really going to have to fly the flag for a McLaren team that's been climbing the overalls.
Yeah, definitely. They've been climbing the overalls. I do believe they are currently sitting in third right now. So a good result here could definitely put them on top or close to being on top tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see, T Salmons as well. He showed he's got some pace tonight too. He's looking to come around and start his lap at the moment. If we got anybody else on a lap, but no, we don't. What I might do, mate, I might jump on board with T Salmons, and you can take him away for this lap, mate.
Yeah, definitely. So T Salmon's heading down into the main straight. He's going to lock up those front tires a bit. He's down in second gear. He's back on the throttle as early as he can, up through the gears, using a bit of battery, hugging the right-hand side, the lower side, so he takes the shortest distance to the next braking zone. Now he's going to go down the gears into third. He's going to jump over those curves slightly on the exit curve there, through to 6th, up to 7th. Now he's going to jump down to 5th. He's going to head around into Lesmos. Now he's going to head into Lesmos exit corner. He's in 5th. He's going to head down the straight. The DRS is on. The battery is now on. He's in 8th gear. He's going to send it right under this bridge as he heads into a scurry. There's a bit of traffic ahead. Down into 5th. He's going to cut that corner as much as possible. He doesn't invalidate. He's up into 6th. Up into 7th. His battery's not on, surprisingly. He's not using his battery down this back straight. He's up in 8th gear. He's going to go into Parabolica now, down to 5th gear. He's going to head around Parabolica. Now the battery comes on. He's pushing to the line, using a bit of that toe up ahead if he could, and he sets the fastest lap time of the session so far. He heads to provisional Q2 pole. As Jatuzzi sets a 118.96. Jatuzzi setting the provisional Q2 pole now. NDNV is heading through Lesmos as we speak. Symphonic on an out lap. China heading through Lesmos as well. Quiet Cake about to head into Lesmos as well. Everyone pretty much heading into Lesmos. Flying Kiwi up 7/10 coming out of Ascari. He's down the back straight. He's going to be pushing to the line now. How much can he push is the bigger question. He's heading out of Parabolica. Oh, and it looks like he's run out of fuel. Oh, that is quite unfortunate as he heads into the pits. And unfortunately, he will be out for the rest of the session. Iraq Lobster hoping to take some more points for the Aston Martin team as he heads to the line now, and it's going to be a 119.9 as he sets himself in 10th position now. As China heads it to second, NDNV will put it in third. Quiet Cake will put it in 4th. TS Simmons has been dropped from 1st all the way down to 5th. Dutch Verstappen in 6th. Shub Kamar, after retiring early in the session, is still 7th on the grid. So Symphonic is up on his time by a 10th. He's going to head into Parabolica now, back on the throttle as early as possible, using as much battery to the line now. 7th, all the way up to 8th. And he's going to hit the line, a 119.5, and he puts himself in 7th. Shub Kamar down to 8th now. Donut Gorilla is going to be going to the line, and it's going to be... Oh, I didn't see. The session ended, unfortunately. But that will be 9th for Donut. So your top 10 in Q2 are Jatuzzi, China, NDNV, Quiet Cake, TS Simmons, Dutch Verstappen, Min-May, Symphonic, Donut Gorilla, and Shub Kamar. Those eliminated are Iraq Lobster, Governor, Deadly Fuller, VSE Pull in Hell, and Flying Kiwi. So please come to the comms box if you would like an interview.
Yeah, any of those eliminated drivers. That was super close there at the end. Yeah, Buck, I was meant to cut in on you there. I didn't realise I was on mute. I was going to cut in and say Minmay was the only one that could knock people out, and I was on board with him. I was going to say, and he put himself P7, so that dropped Tatura out of that top 10, and yeah, super unlucky for him, but fantastic lap from Minmay there right at the end.
Yeah, definitely. So now we are in Q3. This is where everything starts to heat up the most, where pole position becomes your biggest friend in Monza. Because if you can hold that lead, no one can get past in those corners, especially since they're all pretty much chicanes, and they're all so tight that you basically cannot overtake, and you have to wait for the straights. So, yeah, who will be put on pole is the biggest question. We already have a Red Bull, a Haas by the looks of it, already coming out of the pits, so they will be going out for some early laps, probably on an extra set of tyres that they have saved. Hello, Governor, and welcome to the comms box. Unfortunately, it looks like you were eliminated from qualifying, so yeah, do you reckon you could have pushed any harder on that? I know it's quite the shock. Monza qualifying is quite important. The higher up on the grid you start, the better it is for you. But unfortunately, you've been knocked out in Q2. So, what's your feelings on that?
I was a little bit disappointed. I think the Q1 was quite good. The time was quite good. I was quite impressed with that. And then obviously going to Q2, I think a little bit probably got a little bit bit complacent. Didn't really drop the tyre pressures. And then coming into Parabolica, I went too wide. I was 7/10 up in Parabolica, and when I went wide, I was then 3.5. So yeah, that would have put me to a 19.5, which would have been through. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed, but at least me and my teammate are consistent.
Yeah, definitely. Consistency is key. So, yeah. Unfortunately, you've been eliminated. So, yeah.
SJ, mate. Yeah, Nishka here, mate. Yeah, bit unlucky to Williams boys getting knocked out. We haven't seen too much of it so far tonight, but it looked like you guys there were maybe trying to give each other a bit of a toe on that last lap. Kind of looked like it didn't really work out for you though. Was that something that was sort of planned there, SJ?
No, it probably didn't need to, because obviously you could see Deadly when he went out. He was in the drop zone. I retired early in Q1. I was happy with my time. The engineer was happy with the time, so we were making a decision as to cross over to who was going to retire. And then I saw that Donut and the guys behind me retired, so I thought we'd retire then. And then Deadly went out, and you could see he's got the pace. You know, I think he got P2 in Q1. Yeah, I think we just made a few mistakes. I think we both got a little bit complacent at the end there. But you know, I was running 22 on the front, 22.5 on the rears. You know, normally don't use that. So yeah, that was a bit unusual. So I think I should have dropped them a little bit more. But I knew straight away I made the mistake coming straight down towards Parabolica. Like I said, I was 7/10 up coming into that corner, and then unfortunately I went too wide, and you know, you can't make mistakes here. You lose time very quickly. So, yep. I think it's going to be interesting. The grid Monza's always interesting going into turn one. Let's see if people have got the patience going into turn one. Otherwise, we're going to have we're going to have a busy night, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. That turn one's going to be crucial. But saying that, starting where you're starting, mate, if it's a little bit of chaos, it's also a big opportunity, mate, to get yourself up towards that front. Hope you have a good race, SJ. Likewise for your teammate Deadly and the Williams. And yeah, look forward to seeing you getting out on the track, mate.
Yeah, cheers guys. Thanks. Enjoy comms.
Alrighty, as we just went with an onboard lap of Symphonic, and he's done a 119 flat, so that's a decent banker from him in this last session here. And who else we got on a bit of a lap there? We got Donut Gorilla sort of coming around Parabolica now with the McLaren in front of him. Chituzi only able to put it up into P5 at the moment. Donut Gorilla goes pole at the moment with a 118.9, so great banker from him. We have Dutch also on a lap there, Aardvark. He's coming through up to Ascari now. I'll jump on board with him, mate, and you take us through the end of this lap.
Yeah, definitely. He's heading through Ascari in 5th. He's going to exit Ascari a bit of an okay exit. Not the best, but he gets out of there perfectly fine. He's going to use a bit more of his battery down to Parabolica. He's going to head into Parabolica now down to 5th. He's got 16% battery to push to the line with, up through to 6th, through to 7th. He'll hit 8th. And then he's going to come to the line and he's going to put himself on provisional pole with an 18.86.
Yeah, fantastic lap there from Dutch. I'll cross to his teammate now, but in the comms box, we had the man we were asking for earlier in the night, and he's finally jumped in with us. I missed him last time when he jumped in. I didn't see him. Jackal. Obviously, quali ban tonight, mate. Not ideal. But obviously we're going to see what you can do from the back of the grid. But that's not what I'm going to ask you, mate. We got you're the TP of the McLaren team, mate. We got silly season coming up, and I've been hearing a little rumor, mate, about a driver that may be unsettled and maybe wanting to move away from the McLaren. So maybe it's not as rosy as I thought it was at McLaren. Jackal, any insight on that, mate?
Yeah, so obviously with silly season, you know, as a TP, you try your hardest for your drivers, and it's a lot of responsibility, and it's a full-time job, especially as an adult having a full-time job already on top of that. So obviously it's painful to hear rumors and things like that about it, but at the end of the day, you know, we're all adults playing a racing game, so. As long as I can say I've tried my hardest for the team, that's all I can say. And you know, if that kind of thing happens, then it's out of my hands.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's always a tricky one to juggle as a TP. As we see NDV, he's just at the fastest time with a 118.8, so that's very good, very close at the top. But back to what we were saying, I'm hearing rumours maybe of a possible a three-way trade or something of the like to try and get this job done without giving away too much. As I see Vettel there in the comments, maybe the Merc has something to do with this too. So we're gonna have to keep our eyes peeled. I don't want to ask you too much, Jackal, without revealing too much. But yeah, I think it's gonna be one to look out for.
Yeah, I'd love to hear about it because I don't think I'm privy at it either. So I would love to hear about it. Yeah, it's definitely a tricky one. But what can you do? You just keep going and you know we're P3 in the championship standings. We're like what 7 points behind P1. So we're not going to throw up our hands because one driver's leaving or anything. So we're just going to say, you know what, fuck it. We're going to keep going and smash the competition. And yeah.
Oh, so yeah, up the McLarens. If you want to be at the McLarens, you want to be there. That's what it sounds like. And that's kind of the way you want your team anyway. If someone doesn't want to be there, there's no point keeping them there, is there? So yeah, a little bit spicy, a little bit of drama, but we see your driver now out on his outlap, and hopefully he can improve, mate, from P8, and hopefully you have a good race tonight, mate. I'll let you get back in there.
Yep. All right. Thanks, boys.
Thanks, Jackal. Anyway, what I'll do, Aardvark, I'll jump on board with Chituzi. The McLaren is the only car out on the track, and you can take us away for his hot lap, mate.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, as soon as he starts his hot lap, I will start commentating like a madman. So he's gonna head into Parabolica now. His battery is probably still off. Here he goes, going through Parabolica now. He's going to get right up to speed, through to 7th. He's going to get up to 8th. Now the DRS is on. He's using a bit of that battery down this main straight, only down to 80%. His car is revving like crazy, maxed out on speed. He's down into 2nd gear, cuts that inside curve a bit too much, back on the power with the battery as well. Up to 7th, through to 8th, keeping it really, really close to the right side of the track to take the shortest distance to the next set of chicanes. So now he jumps down to 3rd gear, jumps the curve a bit, up to 5th, through to 6th, turns off the battery, now he's in 7th, jumps down to 5th. He's going to head into Lesmos, around Lesmos, now he's going to exit Lesmos in 5th gear. He's heading down this main straight here, not the main straight, the straight. He's in 8th gear, uses his battery all the way down to 32%. Now he's going to jump down to 5th gear, he's going to head through Ascari. He's heading down the back straight in 7th gear. Now he's turned on the battery up to 8th. He's going to bring this battery all the way down to 10% in 8th. Now he's going to head into Parabolica down to 5th. He's going to get around Parabolica, and finally once he straightens the car out, he's turned on the battery, he's going to the line, and it's a provisional pole of 118.5.
Wow, fantastic improvement there from Ducth. He puts it at 18.5, but now we're going to have the Haas starting a lap. All these guys are going to be coming in thick and fast, so let's try and stick with them, see if they're improving on their sectors. So we'll see if Shubkamar's improving on his first sector as he comes down 60% battery into the first turn. I think he has T. Salmons behind him, so he'll be the next driver to come through Sector 1. As Shubkamar, he'll be coming up to the end of Sector 1 anytime now. Let's see what his time's doing. It is a... Oh, he's dead even. Let's see what T. Salmons is doing. Oh, no, he's on an outlap. It must be China that's on the lap.
Yeah, China's just started his lap heading into the first chicane now.
Symphonic coming through. Sector 1, he's had a nightmare. He's 3 seconds up, so he's done. Who else we got coming through that first sector? We've got a Ferrari there, NDMV. He's not improving at the moment. We got Dutch. He's about to come through. He is improving. He's up nearly a 10th. As we sort of come down to... We're coming into the 3rd sector there. Shubkamar's invalidated. Who we got behind him? I think that's Dutch. Is it behind him? No, it's not. It's his teammate, Quiet Cake. He's coming down to the line. He's up 6/10 at the moment. Where can he put himself? Can he have a good final sector here? He's going to come down to the line, Aardvark, burning that battery down. Where can he put himself? It is going to be only P9. Who we got next? NDMV's coming up to the line. Aardvark, take us down to the line.
Yeah, definitely. He's heading into Parabolica. He's up 2.5 tenths. He wants pole. He is going to be pushing for pole. Here he goes. He's pushing to the line now. And it's only an 18.6. He just narrowly misses out on pole. China sets an 18.8. We have the other Red Bull of T.S. Salmons coming to the line now. It's an 18.8 as well. He puts himself in 3rd above his teammate. Donut Gorilla's coming to the line. He's only up half a tenth at the moment. So Donut Gorilla pushing to the line now, and he's going to put it 18.8, so he puts himself into 5th. Symphonic pits the car as he has invalidated, and Minmay puts his car in 8th with a 119.1.
Wow, that's super tight behind Ducth there. But Ducth putting it pole. Where did that lap come from? He looked like he was absolutely nowhere in this qualifying, and he's just pulled that 18.5 out of the bag and put himself on pole. That is huge. So we got the 2 McLarens bookending the grid. We'll have to see what Jackal can do from that P19. But well, yeah, what a qualifying there, Aardvark. How much was that changing?
Yeah, definitely. Track Evolution will do that, and it seems that Ducth has really just put himself right on pole. So good on him for that, as he beats NDNV, the Ferrari, the home team, by 96 milliseconds, and then beating out the 2 Red Bulls by 3/10, all the way down to 6. Well, everyone was in the 18.8s for that, and then the other people in the 19s were Symphonic, Minmay, Shubkamar, and Quiet Cake, unfortunately. So, Quiet Cake of the Mercedes will be starting in 10th, and your championship leader will be starting in 6th.
Fantastic qualifying, Aardvark. What are you sort of expecting to see for the race here, mate? Yeah, that I don't know who's going to win. Judging by that, it's going to come down to a lot of strategy. I think it looks like it's fairly sunny, Aardvark. Yeah, tell us your thoughts, and then I'll let you take us away for the race start, mate.
Yeah, definitely. So, anybody running that one stop will be your front runners of this race tonight. And anybody that keeps themselves out of trouble and with clean overtakes will probably win the race. So, yeah, let's just see how everything goes. Hopefully, no safety cars. We love to see hard racing, no safety cars, no incidents. That's what we love to see here. So yeah, hopefully we get that tonight as people are currently refining their setups, um, strategies, and how much fuel they're going to take at the moment while we wait for the 5 red lights.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Aardvark. It's one thing at this track having that one lap pace to be able to put yourself up near the front of the grid, but then it's a completely different beast having to manage that in the race. You could be fast on one lap, but you could have your tyres cooked by 6 laps, and that's not going to win you the race here, unfortunately. So it's going to be interesting to see which guys can handle both here. Aardvark, take us away.
Yeah, 5 red lights. Tuzi leading the grid away now. And the Ferrari is going to possibly jump him going into turn 1 as he has the inside line. He is side by side with Jatuzzi, but he backs out of it, and he might get
Oh,
jumped by
wowee!
Donut Gorilla.
No, the Haas went off the
Oh
track, come back
God!
on the track, and absolutely killed half the grid. Oh no, that is absolutely terrible. I don't know what's happened there. Have we got a safety car? Is that a safety car, Aardvark? Oh no, that was shocking. I don't know. There's penalties flying in everywhere. Oh my days, that was terrible. Have we got a safety car there?
Yeah, and through all of the chaos, Jackal has gone from 19th on the grid all the way to 9th. Crazy. He has escaped all chaos and found himself up in 9th.
Up 10 positions. That is absolutely crazy. Yeah, I don't think we've seen many more crazier starts than that this season. Apart from maybe Baku, where we had the red flag incident. We see Deadly Fella there's in 8th. He's got some wing damage.
Both Williams currently have a missing end plate on their cars.
Yeah, in this mid pack, I don't think there'll be too many cars missing damage because that was quite a bad accident. Yeah, the big winners here. Oh, yeah, Jackal up 10 positions. Shub Kamar up 3 positions. I don't think he was the Haas that was involved, so I think the Haas that was involved was Shaz. Yeah, that's going to be super looked at. Yeah,
Dutch Verstappen, the championship leader, currently sitting down in 14th.
Oh no, we see more off. Oh, who's that? That's an Alpine. That's an Alpine of Donut Gorilla, and I'm not sure who the other car was. Was that a Red Bull? T Samus needs to be careful coming back on the track. Oh my days. What is happening here? This is crazy, Aardvark.
Carnage. No one is keeping it careful. Everyone wants that position, but no one is keeping it safe. And unfortunately, there has been lots of incidents created. This is almost an exact remake of the 2011 Monza Grand Prix, the Italian Grand Prix from 2011. It is absolute carnage in here. So yeah, and Jackal is currently up into P7 already. Amazing start for him within these first 2 laps.
Yeah, well, yeah, we got the chat asking how the hell is Jackal up to P7. Well, answer to that one there, Husey, is half the grid's taking each other out, which is, I can't believe what I'm seeing, to be honest. Well, we're going to cross back up here as we've got a tight battle here. We got SJ up in 9th there, but Quiet Cake. We've seen these guys battle a lot on the track in the last few weeks as Quiet Cake goes to get the job done now. Up the inside on SJ. They're side by side. Coming down into turn 1. Is Quiet Cake going to get the job done? Yes, he is. So he moves up into P9. Fantastic start for him. We got Deadly Fella. He's up into 6th. He's got a missing end plate, but he must be able to just deal with that damage at the moment. Up 7 positions, and we're going to have a look at the tyres now on some of these guys now that it's sort of settled down a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what to say, Aardbuck, so far in this race. Can you help me out?
Yeah, definitely lots of carnage here. It is currently gobsmacked me. I am trying to find words for this incident at the moment. The onboard stewards are going to be going crazy, filing so many reports, but on top of that, it is quite dramatic. So yeah, I don't see this race going down with at least 20 tickets for those first 2 laps. Yeah, currently we have Tutuzi leading the race. NDNV almost already a second off. That is crazy. Symphonic 8/10 behind NDNV. And then we have Shub Kamar all the way up into 4th. With Iraq Lobster up into 5th. Deadly Fuller into 6th. And Jackal in 7th already. As Symphonic and Quiet Cake now has set the fastest lap.
Yeah, interesting to see the strategy here from a lot of these guys. Aardbuck. We got a mixed grid of medium runners and hard runners, so it's gonna be interesting to see which one pays off here in strategy. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of the guys who started a lot further back on the grid. They're a long way up the grid now, and yeah, the likes of China, Donut Gorilla, Dutch, these guys, they've all dropped. And yeah, this was probably one that Dutch didn't want to have, where he's dropped down to 13th, leading that championship. Probably just wanted to have a nice, solid race and bank some solid points to keep that gap. But this could open the door for a few of these guys to get back in amongst it. But
yeah, definitely his teammate especially could come back and fight for the title against him. But yeah, at the moment, a lot of the big hitters, such as Dutch Verstappen, Donut Gorilla, and the likes of China are all the way down in the bottom. So yeah, in terms of strategy, the medium runners should beat out the hard runners. While the tires do fall off, that undercut will be extremely powerful against those hard runners. So yeah, we're just going to watch out for that at the moment.
yeah, the other thing to note here, down in P13, Dutch actually has a missing end plate too, so that's going to be super difficult for him now to get up through that field. As we're seeing mid-May now, this is a nice little battle forming here in the middle of the pack. He's closing up onto the back of Jackal. Jackal's closing up onto the back of Deadly, and Deadly is slowly catching Shub Kamar, and Shub Kamar has now just been taken by Iraq Lobster. So Tour will be looking to get out after those front 3 now that he's got a bit of clear air.
Yeah, definitely. He's just going to hold on to his position, use the free air to his advantage to save those tires. And then he's going to hold up everyone else behind, ruin their tires, and force them to pit earlier, or even force them onto a 2-stop by ruining their tires.
Yeah, absolutely. As we're seeing, Jackal put Deadly Fella under all sorts of pressure now. Deadly's got that little bit of damage. Jackal with a perfect intact wing. He'll be looking to try and get a move done. As we see Shub Kamar also all over the back of Tatura trying to get that position back. This is a really fantastic battle that's happening here. We got Symphonic slowly catching up to NDNV at the top there. NDNV closing the gap to Tutuzi, so that could be a bit of a battle to watch out for soon. We've seen Dutch a bit further down. He's gone past Paul in Hell now. Paul in Hell having a fantastic drive here, reserving up from Div 6, so he's up into P13. SJ looks like he's struggling with that wing there down in P10, falling 4.6 seconds behind Quiet Cake now. Who's this is a big battle here that's happening. Avak, talk us through this one. As mid-May going up the inside of Jackal there. Can he get the job done?
Oh, and Jackal has banged wheels with Mid-May, as Mid-May was around the outside, not giving him enough space. Jackal has, and he's caused a bit of an incident, and now he's lost 2 places, one to Quiet Cake and the other one to Mid-May, who was going around the outside of him. Yeah, on the exit of that first chicane. So now he's already down 2 positions. He's only up 12 positions, 10 positions at the moment. So yeah, he's going to be looking to get those places back, as he has to sit behind Quiet Cake. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing a bit of end plate there. That looks like. Oh, what's happened there?
Safety car.
Oh, what have we missed there?
There is a Red Bull going slow with Moe Nabs. Seems that they are all fine.
They're okay. Where's that happened? I'm not too sure. I've seen a bit of end plate going flying off of one of those Hasses, maybe. Yeah, not too sure what's happened. Oh, NDMV, yeah, NDMV's got no wing. That's where it's happened. So there's been drama at the front somewhere. We've missed that one. Thanks for the chat there, letting us know. Yeah, NDMV having to pit super early now. It's going to be interesting to see if any of these other guys on the mediums, if they jump into the pits nice and early here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, getting on a new set of tires can really help them at the moment. So yeah, the 2-stop looks promising at the moment because the grid will have to close up, so that 2-stop is now viable. The 2-stop will work. Everybody will think that the 1-stop can still work. It will not with this early safety car. You are better off running 2 sets of 10-lap hards and going to the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've just seen the one benefit from that there was we've seen the Williams down there. They did a perfect double stack there as they went in, and they're both now onto the hards. I'm not sure if they fixed their wings or not though. We'd have to just see. It doesn't look like Deadly's fixed his, and SJ was definitely struggling with his. Did he get a new wing? He did. So he's got a fresh wing now, and he's gonna be able to get himself back in amongst the race. But yeah, back to the front. These guys on the 6-lap hards, they're going to be under some serious pressure now from the likes of NDMV, Deadly, Mid-May. Mid-May's been having a fantastic night so far. His qualifying was fantastic, and now he looks like he's on the right track. Mid-May could be on for one of his better performances this season, Ava.
Yeah, so yeah, Min-May could definitely be on for a good position here tonight with the top 8 not pitting for new tires yet. Only the bottom, um, everyone else from there. But Iraq Lobster is into the pits at the moment, so he is going to be putting on a fresh set of tires. Everybody else staying out, probably hoping that the 1-stop can work. As Iraq Lobster, or Tatura as we know him, will be putting on a new front wing. So, yeah, very good for him. He has put on the soft tire. Quite interesting to see that. The soft tire, I don't think will even last 2 or 3 laps. That is quite the tire change, I will say.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. He might be just looking to go softs, just like do a quick 4 or 5 lap burst, and then go hards all the way to the end. That's the only logical thing that I can see there. But yeah, it's going to be
Yeah, but the
interesting to see how
question
that
is,
plays
will
out.
they even last 4 laps? Those 4 laps can go very, very quick.
He's not in the lobby, mate. He's not in the lobby. Can we get him an invite, please?
Oh, Iraq Lobster.
Yeah, Watanabe's just said he's not in the lobby. So if you can please get him an invite, that'd be fantastic, please, mate.
Yes, definitely. I will be sending him an invite right now, and I've just sent him an invite. Yeah.
Thanks very much, Aardvark. That's really unfortunate then that it's pitted him onto those soft tyres. Yeah, that's that's not ideal. So see now these guys just trying to get their tyres up to temp, just behind the safety car. We can see a 3 second. That's an interesting 3 second. He's trying to catch the safety car up, but yeah, that's an interesting one to get at this stage. And both kick drivers, both with the penalties. So yeah, we haven't seen too many penalties. Other divisions we've seen plenty, didn't we, Hardbuck? But tonight it's been not too bad with the penalties, apart from the turn one incident.
Yeah. Thankfully, Iraq Lobster has rejoined the game. Unfortunately, he's going to have to pit again, and he's going to have to put on some better tires and then recatch the grid. As he puts on another set of softs. Okay.
Oh no. Yeah, not too sure what's happening there with Tatura. That's really unfortunate because he was having a fantastic race so far. So yeah, that's really unlucky there for the Aston Martins. But one guy who's doing a fantastic job, I've said it already once tonight. Yeah, Paul and Hill, he's doing a fantastic job here, reserving up. Wouldn't say he's at the top of the grid in Div 6, but obviously filling the void for his team tonight, and he's doing more than okay.
Yeah, definitely just keeping it safe out there and hoping that he doesn't get into any incidents, and yeah, just keeping the car safe will definitely give him some points.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump back up to the front now here with Jatuzi. It says safety cars in this lap, Aardvark, and I'll let you take us away from the start here, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone warming up those tires, making sure that they do not have cold tires on the safety car restart. They will need these tires warm. Otherwise, it is going to be a very rough ride going into the first chicane and down the main straight. Remember, as soon as they hit the start-finish line, they are able to start overtaking people. So if you do not have your battery charged, your tires warmed, and they catch you as you cross that line and they overtake you, it is free game. And unfortunately, Symphonic has been caught lacking, and Jatuzi is off to an amazing start, waiting for Symphonic to mess up. And he's going to get down into the first corner very much safely, as Symphonic cannot catch him from this far back, but he's going to stop Shub Kamar from trying to overtake him by running a defense, and he's gone over the curbs. Oh, and Shub Kamar gets past Symphonic, dropping to third under pressure, and he is fallen down into third. He's going to use his battery to get the overtake back. He's going to have the inside line for this first part of the chicane, but he backs out of it. Oh. And he locks up. Oh, and there's contact. Oh, and he's into the wall. As Shub Kamar is spun round, as well as Flying Kiwi goes into the back.
Man, what is going on here? A kick and a Red Bull. Oh wow, that was crazy. What did I just see? This is absolutely crazy. Oh my days.
There is absolute carnage. We get out of the safety car restart, and there is another one. Jatuzi leading the race with a 6-second lead to Quiet Cake. Now is going to have that lead stomped down, as Shub Kamar is absolutely having a wrecked race due to Symphonic with a 10-second penalty, and Flying Kiwi running into the back of that Astra while trying to spin around. So yeah.
Oh man, this is unbelievable. Aardvark, I don't know what to say. I don't know. I've seen some really interesting races from this division this season, and yeah, I don't know. This has been absolutely disgusting so far from some of these guys. I know I shouldn't be saying that, but this is shocking. Dead set. This is shocking.
Yes, it is so very shocking.
I feel sorry for the stewards after this race. There's going to be plenty of work to be done, and this isn't ideal. Aardvark, thoughts?
I'm glad I wasn't in this race. That is my only thought at this point in time. Yeah, quite embarrassing from a lot of Div 5 drivers.
Yeah. Yeah, Lockie saying, poor Nishka, have fun. Yes, Div 5 steward, that is me. I know this is going to be a lot of work, but yeah, there'll be definitely some punishments coming out for these guys. Yeah, some of this stuff's been disgraceful that I've seen so far. But enough talking about that. Back to the race. There'll probably be 4 guys here that have had an absolutely fantastic night so far, staying out of the trouble. That's Jatuzi, Quiet Kate, Jackal, and Pauline Hell. They have been out in front. No trouble yet for them. I don't know how Jackal is P3. That's got me bewildered. But that, I think, yes, Jackal is a good racer, but I think that says more about the rest of the grid, what they've done tonight, rather than what he's done, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Some of the actions from these drivers tonight have been absolutely horrid, and I hope that I don't have to see this next weekend in Abu Dhabi as we know it. Yeah, so hopefully we don't get another one of those events going out of this next safety car. So yeah.
Yeah, I think to mention as well here. I know I only mentioned those top 4 there, but we did have Min Mei. He pitted early. He's on a lot fresher tyres, and yeah, with this second safety car, do you think there's every possibility now Min Mei can get these all the way to the end while the other runners have to stop? I think this puts Min Mei in an absolutely fantastic position, Arba.
Yeah, so basically, if this safety car stays out for another 3 laps, there is a high possibility that they could take those tyres to the end. Deadly, Fuller, and Minmay are the prime position to be attacking for the win here. So yeah, it is going to be quite the showdown between those two, unless unless there is another safety car, then it brings everyone in front of them back into contention once more. So that will be the biggest question tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. As I'm seeing in the chat there now, PST Sebi, he's commented actually in the chat saying Minmay and Fuller in prime positions to get the win now. So, yeah, I think you're absolutely right there, mate. And yeah, we'll jump back to Jatuzi at the front, and we'll see what sort of restart we can get away with this time. But those guys on those 5-lap hards, they haven't even done a racing lap yet. That safety car was out straight away. So they've only done 5 laps around behind a safety car.
Yeah, definitely. But that means that the Jatuzi tyres are also only 6 laps old, which means they could definitely push those to the end if they save
they
them
got to stop.
really well.
They got to stop.
Oh yeah, they do, because they'll need fresh tyres. They'll need to put on another
different
set
compound,
because yeah.
Down into turn 1, we got Jackal trying to make a move on Quiet Cake. Nothing doing there. We see the Williams, a Deadly fella. He gets past Paul in Hell. He's going to be holding up Minmay that little bit. So Deadly in a really good position, but he runs wide there. Not fantastic from him. Further back in the field, we see a little bit of side-by-side going on. Did they get through safely this time? Let's see. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel. Red Bull and Haas there. Oh, was it Red Bull and Hat? No, Red Bull and Ferrari, I think. China and NDMV, but they've got away with that. Back to the front. Minmay does get that job done now, and SJ gets the job done too. Oh, we see another Wingo flying. Who is that? I think that was Donut Gorilla. Oh, no. This is absolute carnage. I can't believe how much damage we're seeing in this race, Aardvark.
Yeah, gladly this is not the actual F1, so all this damage does not reflect the team's bank accounts, but yeah, quite embarrassing to see from these Div 5 drivers. Everyone's so desperate this weekend. As the Red Bull of China gets past Donut Gorilla with his broken wing. So yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be unfortunate for Donut Gorilla because he's looking like he's super struggling now with that wing, and he's only on those 2-lap hards, so he's going to find it very hard. And he's going to be taken out by everybody here, and they're going crazy in front here. They're going 3 wide, side by side, darting around the track everywhere. Oh, I feel like there's just another accident waiting to happen here with the way some of these guys are going about it. Oh, let's see how they come down into turn 1. They're going on 3 wide, are they? Oh, no, again! This is unbelievable. What am I seeing? Wherever we got a Red Bull turned around backwards, T7's is backwards, he's at the back. Oh, I don't even want to look at that anymore. I'm going back to the front. We got some of the better racing happening up here. We got Jackal 3/10 behind Quiet Cake. He's looking to try and get a job done as Jatuzi. The other McLaren's looking to drop Quiet Cake out. So McLaren could be on for a 1-2 here, but they're going to be super under pressure by these guys, all on the fresher tyres. Minmay, he's just slowly creeping up on Deadly. Deadly's still got that bit of wing damage, can't stay in the DRS of Jackal at the moment, so Minmay is looking in a fantastic position. We'll stick with this one, Aardvark, as we come down towards Parabolica. You can take this one away now.
Yeah, the fight between Deadly Fuller and Minmay. So Deadly Fuller not to get DRS on the front 2 cars ahead, unfortunately missing out by just a 10th. Minmay going a bit wide, now under threat by SJ. So Deadly Fuller is going to have to defend from Minmay, but he has DRS Deadly Fuller. He got DRS. Minmay getting the rear wing open, same with the Governor. And the Governor goes wide a bit going into the first part of the chicane, gets out of it pretty nicely. Minmay all following Deadly Fuller, as Deadly Fuller is now chasing after Jackal, White Cake, and Jatuzi on those older tyres. So the top 6 are all possibly fighting for the win here, but it is mainly the 4th, 5th, and 6th that will be challenging, since 1st, 2nd, and 3rd all still need to pit.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of guys that have been a bit unlucky tonight. They're trying to get their races together. Is Tatura and Shukumar. They've been battling a little bit here, but they're slowly making their way through the pack. So I think it's a bit unfair to say all the guys have been having a shocking night, but these guys have just been a little bit more unlucky than anything, and they're looking to get back in amongst the race. But we'll move back towards the front. We've got Governor and Minmay still battling. We've got Deadly Fella now slowly catching up onto the back of Jackal. Jackal just dropping off a bit from Quiet Cake there. He's going to come under pressure from these guys on those 14-lap hards, and yeah. Oh, as we see just back there, Minmay ran a little bit wide again. SJ right up on the back of him this time. Can he get the move done? Looks like Minmay is just pulling away ever so slightly though. So will Minmay go for the overtake? No, he can't. And Quiet Cake having a little look on Jatuzi. That's got real tight up towards the front there. Jatuzi maybe just be starting to struggle a little bit on tyres too. And this is a fantastic battle here up in the top 8. Further down the pack there, we're seeing those guys sort of come through turn 1. They're all side by side again. We've got Shub Kamar trying to get around the outside of the kick. Nothing doing there. Has a look up the inside. Can't get the move done. We see they've got similar batteries going there. Donut Gorilla there down into P14. He's going to be super quick there on those hards. He's going to put those guys under pressure as well. We'll head back towards the front, Ardbuck.
Yeah, definitely. The tops. Looks like we've been extended all the way back to the top 9, all in a DRS train at this current point in time, as China is fighting to catch back up to the rest of them. But yeah, definitely a massive DRS train from 1st to 8th, all separated by about 5/10 only. Oh, and Jackal's going for a move on Quiet Cake, but he backs out of it before Parabolica, knowing he's gonna need that DRS for the next straight. So if he can get that, as Quiet Cake and Jackal are now gonna pit off those tires, and Jatuzi is going to continue on those set of tires. Deadly Fuller is now being challenged by Minmay. Minmay is going to go around the outside. NDNV taps Deadly Fuller a bit. NDNV loses a position out to the Governor and Dutch Verstappen, as he has to forfeit onto the curb as there was no more space left. Yeah, so Minmay now moving up into 2nd position, 1.6 seconds off the likes of Jatuzi, with no DRS at this current point. If it stays this way, Deadly Fuller will be able to re-challenge for 2nd place in this race. But remember, Jatuzi still has to pit, as we see now the top 7, as now China has caught up to the likes of NDNV and Dutch Verstappen. So we have still a long way to go. 10 laps in this race, 1 set of mediums. So yeah, quite interesting.
Yeah, after all the drama and stuff that NDMV and China have been caught up in, now they're on those fresher tyres out of all those sort of front runners, apart from Jatuzi, who's going to have to pit again. But they're on the fresher strategy. Yeah, they can really do some damage from there. As we see, Jatuzi comes into the pit. That leaves Minmay in the front of the race. He was the benefit there of those other 2 guys going into the pits. Deadly didn't have that slipstream. Minmay was able to get the job done, and he's really extending now. So Minmay's in a fantastic position. Can NDMV and China get through these other 3 drivers? But we see Dutch is looming there as well now. He's in amongst it too, which we haven't seen much of Dutch so far tonight, but he's somehow he's crept up into that top 3, and he could be a danger too. I wouldn't want to guess where this race is going to go from here, Ardbuck.
Yeah, definitely. If we see another safety car, the likes of Minmay, Deadly Fuller, Dutch Verstappen, the Governor, NDNV, China, and yeah, so basically just the top 6 are going to probably dominate this race, and if there is a safety car, they will dominate it even more. Unfortunately, the likes of Jatuzi, Jackal, and Quiet Cake having to pit is really unfortunate, and they will probably stay towards the back of the grid, as fresh tyres are not very valuable around here with the massive amounts of straights. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's too much work for those guys to do. Jatuzi, Jackal, I think that's too much work for them guys to do from down there, trying to get through this field. That most of these guys are going to be trying to go to the end now. One guy that probably could get up in amongst the top positions if he can manage to get past Shubkamar, Rack Lobster. I think Donut Gorilla could definitely get in amongst that top 6. But I feel Minmay's in the pits. Interesting. What's happened there? So Minmay's into the pits.
So by the looks of it, Minmay's tyre wear has really just expired on him, and he has had to pit again. So unfortunately, Minmay will be dropping to behind Jackal now. So it looks like he is running a 2-stop. Dutch Verstappen takes the lead of the race.
Yeah, Dutch now into the lead. We thought it could be a bit of a sad night for him early on, but now he's found himself in the lead on the right strategy by the looks of it, and he'll come under pressure from NDMV and China, I think, later in this race. But we're going to redeem that on board with Minmay, even though yeah, I'm not too sure what's happened with his pit strategy. He's onto those mediums. Whether he's going to be able to get through this field again, I don't know, but I feel like that could have been an opportunity lost. I'm not sure what his tyre wear was like, but yeah, I'm sure it couldn't have been that bad. They were under a safety car for a long way of that.
Yeah, definitely. Safety car could really ruin all those Jatuzi, Quiet Cakes, Jackals, and Minmay's races even more as well, while the field will I can't remember the word. Oh, and NDNV makes a move on Deadly Fuller. Deadly Fuller putting it into the back of NDNV slightly. Jatuzi setting the fastest lap. NDNV now will be going for Dutch Verstappen, getting back within DRS and then challenging him for the win. A win from Ferrari in Monza is worth everything for the Tifosi. Can he do it?
Yeah, absolutely. As we wrap up that lap there from Minmay, unfortunately, yeah, he's not in the same position as when we asked for that. But we're going to head back up to the front because yeah, some interesting stuff happened while we're on that onboard. We got China now closing up onto the back of Deadly. He's really got the bit between the teeth. He's really going for it, and he's getting himself back into the race. I'm sure David, the TP here, he'll be super happy with what China's been able to achieve here with the sort of race that he's had. Yeah, this has changed completely. 10 laps ago, you would have said Dutch, NDMV, China. They're going to be 1, 2, 3. You would have said, wow, no way.
Yeah, definitely. So, NDNV's tyres will end around the 16 lap mark, and Dutch Verstappen will
needs
hit
invite,
about...
mate.
Oh, yep.
Yep. If you could get that sorted, please. We're seeing a couple. We're seeing Donuts. Oh, he's pitted into the pits, so that's unfortunate. Oh, China's out. What's happened there?
I can't see anything. I've got communicating with online services.
China's out. Is that another safety car or is it just a VSC?
I believe China has DNF'd in the pits.
Oh no. After we just... I feel like I'm cursed. Anyone that I've been given a rap at the moment, they've been having a crash or disconnecting or... yeah, so that's going to really shake it up. The big benefits at the moment, you'd have to say, from where they started, the two Williams guys, 3 and 4, if they can hold on to that, they're going to be super happy with that. Dito will be super happy. But yeah, the biggest winner I feel at the moment, Dutch, he still has a bit of wing damage on that front there. He's going to come under pressure from NDMV. These two guys here are having a fantastic drive. Probably in the next lap or two, we'll start thinking about driver of the day, Aardvark. If you had to make a call right now, who would you be giving your driver of the day to?
Yeah, probably the likes of Dutch Verstappen. He has really come back from the back of the field after the carnage of lap 1, and now he is currently leading this race even with his broken front wing. As NDNV closely follows behind with a fully functional front wing to try and take this lead from him with 5 laps to go.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's going to be. Yeah, I'd have to give it to one of those two as well. It's been a fantastic drive from them. Oh, yeah, another one here that could really come into calculations here is Jatuzzi now. He's starting to really close in on those Williams boys. They need to be careful. I know Deadly's got a bit of wing damage and stuff on the front. Whether the call comes in from the TP to let SJ go, I think they really got to weigh that one up. Because yeah, Jatuzzi's rapid up the track at the moment on those 4-lap mediums, and he'll be able to take them all the way to the end. So he's going to be closing right in and trying to get himself on the podium.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Gov going down the inside of his teammate into Parabolica. He will get DRS on his teammate, and Governor is going to overtake his teammate and take out the final podium place tonight. So yeah, Dutch Verstappen loses the lead to NDNV as NDNV is starting to pull away with a 5/10 gap. Yeah, it is quite interesting. NDNV seems to be on for a win here with the home team. If he can pull that off, that would be amazing to see.
Oh, apparently Deadly's left as well. He needs an invite as well, mate. So if you can try and get him an invite in, because he's dropping down massively now too. So try and get Deadly fella in if you can, please, mate. I'm just seeing in the chat. A lot of guys dropping out tonight. So, yeah, it's not ideal for them.
Yeah, unfortunately, mate, you do not have me added. So if you could please add me back, that would be amazing.
Yep, Deadly, you got to get Arvak added, mate, if you want to get back on.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't add you at the moment. You're gonna have to add me. So yeah.
Yeah, as we see Dutch now, he's got that DRS. He's got plenty of battery. He's right behind NDMV here. Yeah, it looks like he may be just saving a bit of battery here. Maybe he realizes he's got that damage. He realizes NDMV's fast, and he's just going to let NDMV tow him along, keep him away from the rest of the guys. The battle to really watch out for that's going to heat up in the next lap or two is going to be, can SJ hold on for a podium? Because he's got a rapid Jatuzzi. Oh, he's cutting the margin down super quick at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. If Jatuzzi can cut down that 3-second gap before the end of these 3 laps is the next question. It looks like Jatuzzi might take out that final place on the podium by the looks of it, but I do not think he will catch the likes of NDNV and Dutch Verstappen, unfortunately. As he goes a bit wide going into Lesmos there, that will cost him a bit of time in his campaign to try and go catch Governor.
Yeah, mate. Keeper, if you're watching the stream there, mate, or any mod, if you can put in driver of the day, mate. Well, my pick for driver of the day today will be. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Jackal. Down in P7, up 12 positions. I'm gonna go Jackal, driver of the day today. What about yourself, Adva?
I think I'm going to have to go Gov. He has put on an amazing show today. He is really trying to defend that position at the moment. If he succumbs to Jatuzzi, oh well, but he has put in an amazing performance today. So, yeah, I'm going to go for Gov for driver of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I see you saying there, Panda, flying Kiwi, but he's got 12 seconds of penalties, mate. So, yeah, up 9 positions. Fantastic drive from him, but, yeah, he's got 12 seconds of penalties, mate. So, he would have been, he could have been there, but, yeah, I think they're two very good options. As we go back towards the front here, can Dutch, in his last 2 laps, with his damage, Aardvark, can he get the job done here?
Yeah, I just don't think he can. He has 3-lap older tires. He has a full lot of battery at the moment, so he can definitely do some work on the likes of NDNV, but they both have full batteries and they are going to be using as much as they can down into these final 2 laps. Dutch Verstappen probably managing his tires as much as he can, knowing that he needs to use as little battery but stay within contention of NDNV. Gonna use the DRS down on the final lap to really just catch him and reel him in. So this is a battle of 2 titans here of whether NDNV and Dutch Verstappen can really hold on here as the governor gets overtaken by Jatuzzi. Jatuzzi on those 11-lap fresher mediums compared to Governor's 19-lap old hards. So yeah, unfortunately, the governor down in 4th, but maybe on the podium if one of the higher people do get a penalty. So yeah, interesting to see. Dutch Verstappen really holding onto his battery, and DNV really burning down this straight. This will be Dutch's moment where he just starts to reel in NDNV. He's going to use his battery down into the final DRS zone. He's going to stay with NDNV now, and he's going to use that final DRS zone to really go and catch him. As he just holds on now, he's going to use all of his battery on this final lap. We're going to start the final lap. We're heading into the Parabolica for the second last time with NDNV in the lead. Dutch Verstappen in second place. Let's see who can win this. Dutch Verstappen will be using all of his battery. He's going to burn as much as he can down this main straight, and then he's going to burn around the rest of the lap. It's going to be quali laps for both of these two here. One for NDNV, one for Dutch. Batteries on, out of the first chicane they go. NDNV on much less battery. Dutch Verstappen really just saving his battery at this point in time. He's going to use it all the way down the back straight and the second DRS point to really try and catch NDNV. They go into the first chicane. Ooh, Dutch Verstappen going a bit wide into the first bit of the corner. His broken front wing really not helping him at this point in time. Here we go, the last and final DRS section of the track. He's going to use as much battery here. He needs to get past NDNV at one point or another. NDNV saved up enough battery to really get to the end now. This is Dutch's chance. He's going through Ascari. They're really close. They're almost side by side at this point. And NDNV is just pulling away on this back straight. Dutch cannot catch him. They are going to go into Parabolica. If one of them does go wide, if the likes of NDNV does go wide, he doesn't. Dutch Verstappen goes a bit wide. NDNV has kept it safe all race, and he's going to win the Italian Grand Prix. And Dutch Verstappen will take home second, only 2/10 behind the likes of NDNV. Jatuzzi heading to the line now. He's going to snatch up third place. Min-May will now snatch up fourth place. A really good race for him. The governor taking home fifth with Jackal in sixth, Quiet Cake in seventh, Iraq Lobster Ortatura in eighth. Shub Kamar will continue the drop with all of his penalties as VSC Paul and Hell is in ninth, Shub Kamar in 10th, Symphonic in 11th, Moe Nabs in 12th, Deadly Fuller in 13th, Flying Kiwi in 14th, T.S. Emmons in 15th, Donut Gorilla in 16th, It's Your Boy CJ in 17th, and China and Shaz One God is our DNS for the tonight.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic little battle there at the end there. NDMV and Dutch Verstappen. That was great to watch. NDMV done a fantastic job just managing his battery there. Those last few laps there, and they had enough in the tank just to get it done. And yeah, fantastic last stint there from Jatuzzi, working his way through on those medium tyres to get up into P3. So yeah, great race all round there. Aardvark, for entertainment, I wouldn't say racecraft wise it was the most fantastic race, but it was definitely exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely. Quite the amazing race. We have NDNV, our winner for tonight. the winner for the Tifosi, Dutch Verstappen in second, and Gattuso in third.
Did we see who driver of the day was there, Advac, as well on the poll? And we got no
Yes,
cleanest.
I
We
can
got no
see.
cleanest driver. So I believe it goes. I believe it goes to the most overtakes, which would be Jackal.
Jackal.
So
Congratulations, Jackal.
Jackal will get the extra point today. And driver of the day was Governor. Well done, Governor. Fantastic drive from you, mate. And yeah, if you want to jump into the comms box along with the podium and winners.
Yeah, make sure you press X. Press X.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was close.
Oh,
So close.
ugh. Yeah,
Thanks for
really,
reminding
really
me, mate.
close.
Yeah. Have we got any of the guys in for the interviews yet?
Yes, we have Dutch Verstappen and Gattuso. We're just waiting on NDNV. We have Gov in here as well.
Yep. So we'll start with the driver of the day. Ardvak, you want to take that one away, mate?
Governor, congratulations on driver of the day. My pick for tonight. What was it? It was P5. Amazing strategy, holding on with those old tires. Unfortunately, succumbing to the likes of Minmay and Gattuso with those fresher medium tires. How was your race tonight?
Interesting. I've seen a lot go on tonight. Yeah, and I did say obviously patience going into turn one. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I think I was looking at a two stop. Obviously, looking at a medium and then hard. But yeah, I don't know how I managed to do it. But as you could see on the last lap, I was trying to hold on for dear life. Tuesday was trying to keep me in the DRS, which was great. But yeah, I got the puncher on coming through Ascari.
Yeah, unfortunately, those old tires are going to wear out. So yeah, unfortunately, you lost out to the likes of Chatuzi and Minmay, but at least you held on to P5 and you got driver of the day in my books. Yeah, so what was your thoughts before the safety cars? Obviously, there was a lot of carnage tonight. A lot of reports to be put in. How did you deal with all this?
I think I took a little bit of a. I think I took a leaf out of Dynasty's book on that one. I saw NDV like coming flying down the straight, and I was like, well, he's gonna overcook that corner, and he clipped deadly. So then I just went round him. Just a lot of people making mistakes, going off track, making moves, and the one thing you've got to be careful with into turn one is that overspeed, in that dirty air. If you do not brake in time, you're either going to hit the car in front or go off into the runoff area. I think the main thing for us was obviously just the tyre wear. For me, was tyre wear. Obviously, Deadly was in a different strategy. Commiserations to Deadly, man. That was a P4 P5 all day of the week for me and Deadly, which was unfortunate that he got disconnected. And then we just I was thinking about probably going on to another set, but they would have put me too far back, and I was in a really good position, and I was keeping with the DRS with the guys in front, so just stayed with them, and yeah, just tried to hold on. I knew I wasn't going to get in front of Dutch and DMV. My race wasn't with them, so tried to hold on to P3, which would have been good, but yeah, the tires were going down so quickly, and you could see the time that Tuzi, brought up very, very quickly. So I'm happy. And then obviously Jekyll got the 3 seconds, so I was happy to get P5 in the end.
Yeah, fair enough. That sounds like yeah. Very, very good race from you and the likes of our podium runners tonight. So yeah. Unfortunately, I've run out of questions for you, but Nishka will be able to pick up where I left off.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it, Arthur.
Yeah, SJ, mate. Congratulations, driver of the day. Yeah, great drive from you, mate. We knew coming in, you're probably going to struggle with your tyre wear. Probably, this was one race that yeah, it's gone the other way for you this time. We've had a bit of bad luck for you through this season, but this was where the luck was on our side, and the safety cars come at the right time, and Yeah, double safety cars helped you with your tyre wear to get to the end, mate. Getting that puncture on the last lap obviously proves that. Yeah, how do you feel after that, mate? You feel like the luck changed for you today? Obviously, still a good drive to be where you were, but yeah, you feel like the luck changed.
I've always liked Monza. I got a podium here like a couple of seasons back, due to obviously people going on the wrong tyre and being on fresher tyres. But this game's changed a lot, and obviously tyre wear for me, with all the assists and stuff, it's hard. It is really hard because when you drop to a two stop, strategy, you're chasing points, and it was the same with Silverstone last week. If I would have stayed out the front, I may have looked at the same position. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Bit disappointed about turn one. That was just, to be honest, that was a shit show. It was just the domino effect, coming into turn one, and we both were easy on the brakes going into turn one, but then there's just a car park, and then someone decided to send it, and that caused damage, and then tried to hold on with the damage of the front right, because we didn't want to pit. Both of us had damage. Deadly seemed to obviously did really well with his. Then pulled in to the pits, continued, and then it was just trying to stay with the pack, and not fight them, because we knew that tyre wear was the key. So, and if we stayed out, we had an opportunity of getting into the top six. And then we saw everyone else that needed to pit in front of us. So then we obviously, you could see Deadly was third and I was fourth. So we were in a great position. And then, unfortunately, EA comes and puts a massive curse on Deadly, which is unfortunate. Could have been massive points for the team, but I'm happy with the P5. We go into a track which I've won, so yeah. But like I said, the competition's great. I love it, and I'm happy to get points for the Williams guys. And that was a great race. And congratulations to all the guys up front and for the vote as well. I had no idea I was going to get driver of the day, but yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, congrats, SJ. I don't think you'll be too pleased when you watch the stream back at turn one. It was absolutely diabolical. But we'll let you have a look at that after, mate. Go back with your team now, mate. Enjoy your driver of the day, and we'll move on to these podium getters. Well done, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thanks, guys, and well done, podium, guys. Well done.
So P3, Jatuzzi. Yeah, bit of a hard one to swallow, I'd imagine, maybe for yourself. Being out on those tyres, safety cars coming when they did, it kind of ruined that strategy you were on early. But to get yourself back into P3, mate, that's still a fantastic performance, mate. Sort of talk us through it.
Oh, look, I mean, I had a good qualifying. I mean, at the start, I didn't really feel too good, and Andy was putting in some faster laps, but found my footing at the end, and an 18.5 was I was happy with, and Andy got close to it. So, yeah, and then lap one there, I thought I was going to get jumped, to be honest, but holding that lead and kind of just maintaining it for a while, and Andy binned it into the wall out of the second Lesmos, and I mean, that was kind of a big relief for me because he was putting a lot of pressure on. And then, yeah, those safety cars. After that first safety car, I mean, it was all right. I would have been able to salvage my stint, but then that second safety car just completely ruined me. It was too early for me to come in, and it was prime time for people like Dutch and ND to come in. So, I mean, a lucky award for ND making a mistake there, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure Ferrari will be happy with him. But yeah, damage control after that coming in lap 17, and me and Jackal doing as much as we could, and I felt really good on the mediums and managed to bring back that P3. I know Gov's going to be quite upset with me taking that podium away from him, but I mean, yeah, I was flying at one point, so happy to control that.
No, much deserved. Early on there, it was looking like it was going to be like a McLaren double podium at one stage there. Jackal getting through all that trouble. I don't know how, but yeah, it sort of speaks what was happening in the rest of the grid. Yeah, but just overall, just unlucky with the safety cars, mate. And how do you sort of feel going towards Abu Dhabi next week?
Oh, look, I mean, I was hoping for a win here to bring some good momentum in, especially a 100% race. But I know Husey feels good. I haven't done much practice myself, but Abu Dhabi's a good track. Tire wear's not too bad on it for wheel at least, and 100%. You never know what's going to happen. So I think McLaren have a good chance there next week.
Yeah, absolutely. You boys are slowly getting it together. It'd be nice to get away from some real tyre wear heavy tracks. I'll hand you over to Aardvark, and yeah, fantastic tonight, mate. Congratulations.
Cheers, bro.
Yeah, man. The overtake on Governor to take back that position on the podium that you were rightfully looking for after that safety car caused you to have to pit again, and other people not having to pit. So unfortunately, you fell behind. You made your way through the grid via the safety car. Yeah. So, how much hard work was it just to get through all that?
Look, I was quite worried throughout that medium stint there. I mean, I knew lap 17 was kind of the prime area to pit, and I got lucky with Quiet Cake not being able to undercut me, so just was able to push on in clean air and watching tyre wear every lap. And I think I finished the stint there on 80% on my back left. So yeah, I mean, I had to Lyco a bit to not pop my tyre coming in Parabolica and die, but I mean, overall it was pretty good. I mean, the traffic was just I could steam by with DRS and they couldn't keep up in the second sectors. So, I mean, yeah, just had to clear them quickly, and that's what I did. And happy with a P3. Good points for the team.
Yeah, thankfully, after the fact that you had to pit again due to those old hards. Yeah, so a good result for McLaren. You hoping to keep it up for next week in Abu Dhabi? You're hoping to look for maybe a redemption on your win tonight, your missed out win tonight?
I mean, 100%. I mean, I've got 5 poles to my name and only 1 win here in Rush, and picked up a couple podiums along the way. So, I mean, I'm looking for that second win. I know the team is looking for that second win, especially with overalls coming down to how close it is. And yeah, honestly, just overall quite angry that I got punished for the safety cars and ND got awarded after response. So, I mean, unlucky, but hopefully we can bring it back.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's all I have to ask you tonight. Congratulations on the P3. Yeah, so enjoy your night, man.
Cheers, bro.
And that takes us on to our second place finisher, Dutch. I'll let you take this one away, Aardvark.
Championship leader goes from 6th position all the way to the back of the grid and then back up to 2nd position. Bit of a roller coaster for you tonight?
Oh, absolutely. It was a roller coaster. The first, turn 1 was already garbage. You know, I've got a Red Bull in the front of me. It's deboned, and yeah, I had damage. But it was too early to go to pit already because my strategy was a one-stopper. So I keep it in till the next safety car, and yeah, I went accidentally on the mediums, but yeah, I drove 2 laps on the mediums. And on the second stop, yeah, the second time in the safety car, and then I was anyway last, so nearly we are second last. So I think, okay, jump in for the hards because it was another 18 laps to go, and yeah, and I had to manage my tire wear. And at the end, it was a great battle with NDNV, and yeah, but at the end he won. Had fresher tires than me. I hear it's yeah, but it was pretty good. Good battle. Maybe I should attack a little bit earlier, lap before the last lap. But okay, I'm pretty
Yeah.
happy with P2. You know, where I came from the back is yeah. Now I can be pleased with that. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Coming from all the way from the back with that carnage, not replacing your front wing, maybe not
Yes, I did. Yes,
yeah, not
I did
replacing
my
your
front.
front wing. That was quite the strategical choice, and in
Yeah.
the end, it benefited you. That effect of not being 7 seconds behind NDNV brought you in closer, but unfortunately just a bit too far from the win.
Yeah. I had to be. I know he was on the same level ERS with me. We played the game, but he played it well, and yeah, I should have a little bit attacked earlier. But I was hoping he had maybe a few warnings. It's how you play the game. But nah, it was not the day for win. But I really congratulate DNV with the win, absolutely deserved, and I'm very happy with P2.
Yeah, cool. Unfortunately, I'm out of questions now, so I will pass you on to Nishka here.
That's okay.
Yeah, Dutch mate, fantastic drive, mate. There
Thanks,
was
bro.
there was part of me there that was just like thinking early on there when you got in that carnage and you were down sort of P13, P14 sort of area there, and I was thinking, oh, he's the championship leader, just knows he needs to bank points. Is that something that sort of plays on your mind when you're in that position? Do you start thinking about that, or is it just do the job at hand? Well,
So, yeah, I do it over a couple of years, and I learned a lot. I mean, when we talk about 3 years ago, I would be panicking, I would be, oh shit, Peter, the race is over. But I know everything can happen in any race. Just keep calm and driving your laps and stick to your strategy and your tire wear, and at the end we'll see what's coming out. And then there was a little, few cars accident. It's jump another 5 places. I reckon it was 5. In one chicane, and that's how you come back in the race again. This actually, yeah, just keep calm and keep driving. No pushing. I don't want to take too much risk. With overtakes. Just clean driving, and that's it.
yeah, absolutely. That's why I wanted to get your thoughts on that because I think that's definitely something that from the more experienced guys, you hear Dynasty talk about it a bit when he's in here as well. For the newer
Mm.
guys, hearing that mindset, that's the mindset that sort of keeps you out of those incidents, that gets you to the front, and that gets you up in these
Yeah,
championship battles. So it's good to hear that insight
absolutely.
from you, Dutch. And yeah,
Thank you.
I look
Yep.
forward to seeing you get out on the track next week at Abu Dhabi, mate.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks, mate. And that takes us on to our winner, Aardvark. I'll let you take this one away with NDMV as well, mate. I'll let you go first, and then I've got a couple questions for him after.
Hello, NDNV, winning in the home car, the Ferrari for the Tifosi in Monza. Let's just say if you were there in Italy right now, you would be their favorite man at the moment. Just like how Charles was in 2024, it must feel amazing at the moment to win that for Ferrari.
Yeah, man, it feels real good. I knew the win was coming, but to do it, yeah, in home soil was even better. Yeah, normally a home win is better than a championship, so I'm happy with my result. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, quite the race for you. Of course, you started in second alongside Jatuzzi. Him getting a bit of a bad start, him not really confident on the throttle for the first off the line, but then you were going to jump him and then you backed out. So yeah, just kind of your thought process behind that. You're alongside him and then you just backed out of it.
Um, had a good jump, but I wasn't far enough to just drive. Also, with having a full fuel load, I just wasn't, comfortable braking that late. So I broke a bit early. I lost a couple positions, but managed to gain it back just before the safety car came out. So I think it still worked out pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it definitely worked out well despite you slamming into the wall down at Lesmos. So yeah, that was quite unfortunate. But safety car really called you back in New front wing, perfect strategy to the end, unlike the likes of current Ferrari in 2025. Yeah, but amazing strategy, amazing racecraft to come back from, and just getting it there to the end, taking the lead of the race and doing an amazing job. So I'd like to congratulate you on that. And yeah, and I'll pass you on the Nishka.
Yeah, NDMV, mate. Congratulations on the P1. I'm not going to touch as much on tonight's race because I think this has been one of the best stories so far of the Rush season. We've seen it Baku, absolute nightmare, absolute nightmare. You got given harsh penalties, had to go do your reserve races, and you've come back, mate, and everything that I've seen since there is just been improvement, 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 and now I see you here P1. Sort of talk us through that journey, mate. How did you take that in your stride? Like, because it looks like you just took it on the chin and got to work, and now you're here.
Yeah, yeah. Baku is it's a track that I like to joke about a lot. Yeah, ever since my incident. Um, yeah, it was tough on me on and off the track. I just yeah, just my setup just wasn't suited for me. I just tried my best and yeah, pretty much ruined everyone's race. So I deserved that harsh penalty. But yeah, I was just like, oh well, it's only one race, and just keep my head down, focus on my racecraft, and we'll be away laughing, and here I am, 3 podiums in a row, and then a win.
Yeah, absolutely, but mate. The turnaround has been phenomenal. I that's why, yeah, I absolutely love this story because it's about somebody who went through a hard time, copped it, and then the way you've responded and answered back, it just shows your character, mate. Like it's so easy for that to happen to somebody, and they just throw it in, they whatever. Do you know what I mean? So to see you come
Yep,
back, bounce
100%.
back, and get back to this, mate, I'm really keen to see how you go for the rest of this season. Now that I've touched on that, um, how do you sort of feel going into Abu Dhabi next week? I believe that'll be your first 100% race for the season because you weren't here with us for Singapore. Yeah, how do you feel about that, mate?
Uh, um, man, uh, yeah, Abu Dhabi's a great track, a wonderful track. I would be doing some practice on it because I'm not so good on it. I believe, but with the 100% races, there would be plenty of opportunities for a comeback if you make one or two little mistakes here and there. But I've got the momentum rolling, and hope I can bring that to Abu Dhabi and keep the fire alive.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. You've definitely lit that fire. Your TP Lamb, I'm sure, is absolutely ecstatic about how you've been going, and I'm gonna let you go now and celebrate with them because yeah, fantastic drive tonight, mate, and look forward to seeing you next week.
So thank you. You guys have a good night.
You too, mate. And that wraps up Division 5. That was absolute carnage. There was some great racing and plenty of excitement. As Lamb says, yes, he is super happy with NDMV. We're super happy with NDMV. He's done a fantastic job since coming back. Aardvark, any final thoughts on tonight's racing before we wrap this right up?
Hopefully, we don't see this level of carnage again because this was yeah, absolute chaos. So yeah, let's hope that we don't see this again.
Yeah, that's going to be on the Div 6 boys tomorrow night. That includes myself. You'll see Jackal again, also who raced tonight. You'll see him going around again, and also Paul in Hell. He'll be going around also. Um, yeah, big thanks from me tonight to you, Aardvark. Fantastic job again, mate, in the comms box. Always a pleasure. We'll thank our sponsors, Sim Racing Centre. We got SimLab, Pagnian Advanced Simulation, and AI 369. Thanks for the continued support. Don't go anywhere. We still got 2 more races this week. Tune in same time tomorrow night. We're back for Div 6, and yeah, strap yourselves in. Have a good night, and bye for now.